Hey guys, and welcome back to Battlefront Updates. I thought we could end this week with a little news roundup of some stuff that has popped up the last couple of days that I haven't covered yet. And first of all, we of course have the yearly Steam Summer Sale, where you can get some really good deals on old Star Wars games, including a massive collection of all of them. So if you're interested in getting any old Star Wars games, make sure to check out Steam Summer Sale. But moving on, we have some quite interesting details. First of all, Sledgehammer70, the community manager for EA Star Wars, made a new post on the Battlefront forums regarding how to report a bug properly, and starts off by saying, have a bug or issue to report with the Star Wars Battlefront 2 alpha, make sure to follow these steps so our team can gather all the proper information from you. So this is, as far as I know, the first time we've had an official confirmation regarding a Star Wars Battlefront 2 alpha, because as you know, what we played at EA Play was a pre-alpha, so the alpha is most likely going to be a polished version of that. And based off the fact that this was posted 3 days ago, I would imagine that the alpha might pop up very soon, like in a matter of a week or two, if not less. But again, they haven't said anything publicly about how long it's gonna be, who is gonna have access to it, if we can stream and record it or not. But I will of course get back to you when we get some proper information on that. At least we know for sure now that there will be a Star Wars Battlefront 2 alpha. I can also quickly add that based off this template, it seems like the alpha will be on both Xbox One, PS4 and PC. And I think the alpha for the previous game was actually only on PC, so it's definitely cool to hear that they might be including all platforms in this test. Next up, Sledgehammer also responded to someone asking if your experience and other stats will carry over from Battlefront 1 to Battlefront 2, and he said that no, they will not, but the team is looking at ways to identify who came from Star Wars Battlefront, but no promises at this time. And I think that's pretty cool to hear. I obviously had zero expectations that the stats would carry over, because that's not really something they do for any game. However, if we could get some sort of identifier for playing the first game, I thought that would be pretty cool. And if they have some sort of customization for the armor, maybe you could put like a little emblem on it. I don't know, but something to indicate that hey, I actually played the first game would be a pretty neat thing to have. And lastly, EA has actually started being a little bit more active on Reddit, and they have an account called EA Community Team, where they occasionally post on the Star Wars Battlefront subreddit. Recently, they responded to a post talking about the kind of content people are expecting at launch, and they said the following: our team is working hard to bring an amazing launch offering to the table. We spent a lot of time combing through feedback and making sure we got as much as we could into the game that the players wanted. Also, with free post-launch content, this lets us lean into the desires of the community even more. Yes, we have predefined what the first wave of post-launch content will be, but beyond that, we are listening and watching for what players really want next. The even better part is we still have a lot more to reveal around the game in the coming months. To answer your question, we can tell you now that the game has a ton of content, but not everything everyone wants will be in the game at launch. And I think they bring up a very valid point here that I've talked about in my videos, that there is simply no way they can please everyone. But I think the major difference with this game compared to the previous one is that for the previous one we always felt like, oh, they can add it in the DLC, but then you gotta pay for it, and we've already bought the original game. Whereas here, everything will be for free. So if it feels like something is really missing from the base game and the community really makes a lot of noise about it, well, they are very likely to add it for free post-launch. And they did say that they had the first wave of content planned out, and I'm assuming that's the last Jedi season that they've already talked about, but maybe they have the next one after that planned out as well, because they obviously need quite a lot of time to create the new content. They can't just create it in 2 or 3 months. So I would imagine that at least 1, possibly 2 of the first seasons are planned out, and then they can really start making stuff that is solely based on what the community wants, and it will be for free. So I'm very excited to see how the post-launch content will be received by the community, and also how people will feel about the launch content, because as they said, obviously not everyone will be pleased, but you will always know that you can get it for free afterwards, so you won't just feel like, oh, it's gonna be in the season pass. I think you guys know what I mean. But that is all for this video. Thank you guys very much for watching, and as always, may the Force be with you.